Dear students, in this video we are going to discussing about spring, that is the potential energy of a spring. The potential energy of a spring. Here let's we consider it is a ball, it's on horizontal surface. This is, let us consider, frictionless horizontal surface. Let's take one block, its mass is m. Now this mass will be connected with one spring. Now let us imagine it is not a stretched condition, it is not compressed condition. The block as it is present on the surface. The spring is just connected at the center of the mass. So now let's imagine this position is considered as at equilibrium. So this position we can take as that is x is equal to 0, because this is along with the x-axis as well as the frictionless surface. So this is that equilibrium position. Let us imagine, suppose in the same system we are going to apply the force on the block of mass m. So while you are applying the force along the x-axis direction by the external force, after that from this initial position the block is moved from here to here, for example. So now let us imagine, now the block is moved from here to here. So that position I mentioned here. Now the block is moved. Now let us imagine, so while we are applying the external force here in the right side, so this spring become stretched condition. So now the spring is stretched like this. So now let us imagine, now the spring is stretched. So let's imagine, now x is the displacement of the block. So in this diagram we can say the displacement in positive direction along with the x-axis. So x is treated as positive, the displacement is treated as positive, like that. One more diagram, let's imagine in the same system, you know very well, here the equilibrium position, it's a frictionless surface, it's a frictionless surface. Now let's imagine, instead of stretching, now we are going to compress the system. Okay, we are going to compress the system. So while we compressing, what happened? This block is from the equilibrium position to move towards the wall. So our negative x-axis, it will move negative x-axis side. So now let us imagine, now the block is here. Now the block is here. So if you observe the diagram, we can say now the string is compressed level. Okay, So now let's imagine, so the opposite direction, let us imagine x distance is displaced in opposite side. So in this case we can say x is negative, x is the negative. Then so in these two cases, say for example it is like a diagram A, diagram B, diagram C. Let's see in the first diagram, in the A diagram, we didn't apply any external force, so it will be maintain only the equilibrium, so that spring is not stretched. But if you observe the second diagram, we apply some external force. Due to that external force, that spring will be stretched. Okay, I will say that one more point. If we stretch the block in the positive direction, okay, if we stretch the body in a positive direction, if we leave, what happen? Immediately it will come to the equilibrium position. So while we pull the mass in the x direction, at the same time the spring to expose some force. So let that force is the force produced by the spring is opposite to the displacement direction. So I make the displacement this direction, so the spring expose some force in opposite direction. So that is here negative. Understood? This is displacement of the spring direction. Displacement of the spring direction. But the force exerted by the spring is opposite direction. Like that, if you observe this diagram, the displacement is we are going to compress. So here the displacement is negative direction, but here repulsive force is increasing. While you compress the spring, what happened? The repulsive force is increasing. If you compress the spring, suddenly leave, what happened? The spring will be suddenly extend. So that potential energy suddenly converted into kinetic energy. So the force produced by the spring is positive side. Here it is the positive. So this opposite diagram. So here the displacement of the block direction is negative, but the force exerted by the spring is positive. Okay, so this is the basic idea for this derivation. So let's be discussing more discussion about this force exerted by the spring. So actually the force exerted by the spring is always opposite to the displacement direction. So let's we say, I can write here the force exerted by the spring. Force exerted by the spring is what? Actually it is the negative. So this only we called as, that is spring force. Spring force, or otherwise restoring force. Restoring force. Spring force or restoring force. Why we called as restoring force? If we extend, then it will be try to move its equilibrium position. Or otherwise if you compress, again it tries to move its equilibrium position. So that only it is called as restoring force. Now for ideal spring we can say, so one ideal spring, so one good spring while we applying the external force, or while we displace, okay, while we extend, whether it is extends, whether it is stretched or compression, it is directly proportional to the spring force. So we can say for an ideal spring, we can say the spring force is directly proportional to the displacement. Actually, this only we called as Hooke's law. Applied for actually the Hooke's law is applied force is directly proportional to that displacement of the body. Okay, this Hooke's law you will be studied in mechanical properties of solid in that chapter. Okay, so this is some idea. So we can say that Fs is directly proportional to x. So if you remove this proportionality, we want to add some constant. That constant is k, then into x. But we know that this is always, the force is always opposite to the displacement direction. So one minus sign. So Fs is equal to minus kx. This is very important formula. Here negative sign is represent, that is a spring direction is always opposite to the displacement direction. So here k is nothing but that is spring constant. Okay, so let's rewrite this spring constant unit, that is a SI unit of spring constant. F is equal to, for unit purpose just I can write F is equal to kx. Therefore k is equal to force divided by displacement. For unit purpose I didn't take minus sign. So force we can write mlt minus 2. Okay, and the displacement, that is a L. So we can write as, it's a dimension formula, that is mt minus 2. Then this unit is Newton per meter. Its dimension is mt minus 2. Its unit is Newton per meter. Its dimension is mt minus 2. Now let's take the second diagram. So in the second diagram, if you observe that in the second diagram, here it's an object. So now let's imagine, so it is a equilibrium position. From the equilibrium position, that is x is equal to 0. So while we applying the external force, this object is displaced from here to here. So let us imagine this position is we called as, that is x maximum, that is xm. Okay, so now in this case that spring become stretched condition. Now let us imagine, now this block only is there. Okay, so now the spring is stretched condition. So now xm is nothing but x is the maximum value. So what about here work done? So now what I am going to calculate, that is work done by the spring. Okay, so let us imagine, if it is the small work done, how to write? Force into displacement, small displacement. So here it is a spring constant F, so we can write F dot dx. So we know that FD, F vector dot D vector is equal to FD cos theta. So in the second, we know that x is the positive case, x is positive, we know. At the same time that spring force, you know, it is a negative here. That means here this is positive direction, this is negative direction. Here the angle between these two vector, we know that that is 180 degree. That is the meaning. So now I can write as this equation, that is Fs dx cos 180. So now the cos 180, that is, you know, minus 1. So actually f value that is k into f value is equal to kx, then into dx. Due to this 180 cos 180 only, here we can get the minus sign. So this is, you know, it's a small work done. Now let us imagine we want to calculate the full work done for the stretching purpose, for full work done. So let's integrate on both sides. So integration of the small work done, here minus k is constant, let's take outside, then again integration, then x into dx. We know here integrate from x equal to 0 to x maximum. So 0 to x maximum. So we know the formula, integral x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. It's a basic formula. So according to that formula, I can write here minus k into, here x we can write as, that is x squared divided by 2. Then we can apply the limit here 0, here xm. Okay, so therefore the next step, minus k into upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit is, that is xm squared divided by 2, minus lower limit is 0 squared divided by 2. So that is 0 only will come. So we can write as, that is integral dw, we can write as work done. Here we are going to calculate the work done for the spring, so I can write w suffix s. Okay, so let's take minus k into x squared divided by 2. This is, we can write as minus half k xm squared. Actually this is work done by the spring. Okay, so this is work done by the spring. Okay, now again we are going to calculate in the same situation, what about work done by the external force? Because due to by applying the external force only, the block will be moved in the forward direction. So here, that is work done by the external force. So we build already, okay, we apply the force in this direction. Okay, so that is, you know, that is V external force. While applying the external force only, this block is moving from x is equal to 0 position to xm position. So what about that work done due to external force? We found now work done due to spring. But now next we are going to calculate work done due to external force. Let's see now. So now we are going to calculate work done due to external force. So that is, I can write as, that is V external. Okay, that is W external, work done due to external force, that is equal to, so generally, you know, work done is equal to same idea, that is force into displacement, displaced from 0 to xm position. Okay, but here it is not spring force. Now we can write, that is the external force into dx. So let us imagine here this is external force. So external force direction is this side. Okay, this is external force direction, that is E external force this direction. Then displacement also the same direction. Okay, the dx or x direction will be the same direction. So here we can say what is the angle? So the angle theta is equal to 0. Okay, the same diagram, work done by the spring force we taken as 180. But now work done by the external force we taken as angle is 0. Okay, so now therefore here the angle is 0. So we can write as 0 to xm. Actually it is, it's an integral form. So this is, we can write as f external into dx cos theta. So here angle is 0, cos 0. So we know that the cos 0 is equal to 1. So we can write as that is 0 to xm. So here f external, so that is, we can write as that is k into x, then into dx. So therefore work external is equal to k into, here x value we can write as usual, that is x square divided by 2, that after integration we can apply the limit. This is xm here 0. So now work external is equal to half into k into xm square. Okay, so now we got the same value but with the opposite sign. Okay, because the work done by the spring and work done by the external force, both numerical value will be the same but in opposite direction. அப்போ spring இந்த side இழுக்குதுன்னா நாம் என்ன பண்ணோம், opposite side இழுக்கிறோம். Okay, we are applying the same force with the opposite direction. So that is the meaning. Okay, so this is we known as, that is work done by an external force. Work done by the external force. Next let's we take the C diagram. Now we are going to compress the system. So again let's take this diagram for our convenience. So let's imagine, so you know very well this is a equilibrium position. So in this equilibrium position here x is equal to 0. Okay, now what I do, I am going to apply some external force here in this direction. So this is, if external force, this direction. So after applying the external force, this is displaced from initial position, that is x equal to 0, that is equilibrium position, to in the negative x direction. Let us imagine it is displaced from here to here, to here. So now at present it is available here. So now the spring, it is like compressed state. It is like a compressed state. So now let's imagine this is this displacement. For our convenience, I can write as this is xc due to its a compressed condition. Okay, so this displacement here, the displacement direction, generally the displacement direction, that is x direction, let's take is, that is negative. It's a negative direction. Okay, but the spring constant, that is a spring force direction, it is always opposite to the displaced direction. So that is, positive. So if you compress in this direction, so the force will be exposed in opposite direction. So if you compress this direction, but the force is moving to opposite direction. Okay, so here the displacement direction is left side, but the force direction, the spring force direction is opposite direction. So here also the making an angle is, that is 180 degree between displacement and spring force. So again, we are going to calculate the work done by the spring due to in the compression. Okay, so that's we can write again the small work done is equal to force into displacement. Therefore work done is equal to, we can write Fs so dx displacement. So we can write that is a dx cos theta. But what about the angle here? That is 180. So again, as usual, we can get that is a tw is equal to then Fs dx. Here 180 we can get the minus sign. So we can write tw is equal to Fs value, you know, that is a kx into dx. So let's we integrate. Now again, let's we integrate. So, but you know very well, this is, we called as this is xc because due to the compression I put simply xc. Okay, so now this is xc. Okay, so let's we integrate this work done. We can get, after integration of work done, we can get net work done is w. So like that here, integrate, k is a constant, let's take outside, the remaining xc into dxc. Okay, so again, so minus k into, I can get the equation that is x squared divided by 2. Okay, or otherwise this is x alone, this is also x alone, here also x, so that is x squared divided by 2, but the limit is from 0 to xc, 0 to xc. Now it's okay. So therefore here also x alone, sorry, here x alone. Okay, here also x alone. Okay, so therefore we can write work done is equal to minus k into, apply the limit value here, xc squared divided by 2 minus 0 squared divided by 2, that is 0. So therefore work done by the spring force W, or otherwise work done by the spring force W, or work done by the spring force, that is equal to work done by the spring, that is minus half k xc squared. Okay, xc squared. So this is needed, this equation, that is minus half k xc squared. Okay, this xc value maybe will be vary. Okay, right. So now we are going to calculate work done. Okay, now we found that work done by the spring, like that work done by the external force. So let's see now work done by the external force. So it's the external force direction left side, then displacement direction also left side, so displacement direction also left side, so x displacement direction also left side, external force also same side. So here angle is what? That is a 0 degree. So let's we found the work done by the external force, that is work done by the external force. So already we derived in that previous case. So we can write as that is also positive k x squared. Okay, because the angle will be the same, that is angle will be the 0. So we can write the same value, that is work done by the external force, that is equal to half k x squared. Okay, listen students, so up to now we found in the equilibrium position x equal to 0. While we apply the external force, it will be extended. Okay, so here we can say that, for example, xm, x maximum is the greater than 0. Okay, then while we compressed state, that we know that is xc. So xc state is, that is the less than 0. Okay, but this position is, that is x is equal to 0. Okay, so by using this idea, we found what is the force constant value or spring constant value. After that, while stitching, what about the work done by the string, what about the work done by the external force, like that. While compressing, what about work done by the spring, then what about work done by the external force. So like that we calculated. Okay, by using this idea we are going to draw one graphical diagram. Let's see now. Now let's we draw the graphical diagram. Let's we draw the graphical diagram between spring force and displacement. Okay, so here it's a minus x, here it is the minus fs. Okay, but by from the A diagram, okay, in the A diagram it is maintained in equilibrium position. Okay, but anyhow the relations between that f and x, that is fs is equal to minus kx. Okay, so at the equilibrium position, that is the first diagram, very first diagram, at the equilibrium position x, that is a displacement, is 0. So if displacement is 0, in that state the spring is not stretched, the spring is not compressed, neither stretched nor compressed. So fs value also treated as 0. That means that is at the center. Okay, here f value also 0 and then s value also 0 according to the first diagram. Clear? Yes. So this is for first A diagram. Okay, then after that let's imagine for the B diagram. B diagram, what we did, that is stretched condition. It's a stretched condition. Okay, in the stretched condition we know that generally x value is extended, so x value is greater than 0. It is not in initial position, it will be travel in the opposite, it will be travel in the positive x-axis. So x is greater than 0. That means what? That is x is the positive value. X is positive value. At the same time, the spring force is opposite to the displacement direction. Okay, so this fs value is negative. So x value is positive, then fx value negative. Okay, so this is indicating here x value is positive, then f value is negative. So this is in the fourth quadrant in this diagram. Okay, then one more thing, if you observe this equation, this general equation, this is like as, that is y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, this is purely depend upon the straight line. So according to the stretching condition diagram, it will be present here or here and somewhere. For example, let's say take here. Okay, so it is indicate a straight line. So I'll draw one straight line here. Okay, so this is that stretched condition diagram. Okay, again let's we see that C diagram, that is compressed condition. That is a compressed condition diagram. This is compressed condition diagram. So in the compressed condition, so we know that x value is less than 0. X value is less than 0. So we can say that is x is treated as negative. Okay, x is treated as negative, as well as the force constant, that is a force, spring force, is treated as positive. So let's we see now, x value is negative, force value positive. So here, okay, here any place, at the same time here maintaining the straight line. So let's we take the graph, we can draw the graph like this. Okay, so now what we are going to do, calculate the work done. So for example, I can calculate the work done for the stretched condition. Okay, so let's take this work done area, because here the force, here displacement, force into displacement is what? That is the work done. Okay, so for our convenient, this is origin O, this point is represent A, here let's say take this point is B. So I'm going to calculate this area. this area gives, that is the work done by in the stretched condition. Work done by the stretched condition already we derived. The same way we can derive by using the graphical diagram. Okay, so let us imagine. So how to find this area? So I am going to calculate this area. So area, that is the area of the triangle. Okay, so it's a triangle. What is the triangle? OAB. So we can say triangle OAB. So this area we are going to calculate. So the area of the triangle, you know, the basic formula, then half BH. Okay, half BH. So half into B. B is the base value. So what is the base value? So base value, it is a stretched condition up to, okay, up to XM. Up to XM we stretched. So here B value is, that is XM. And then height. And the height, you know, the height. So height, you know, height is belongs to, that is Fs. Okay. Whether it is a negative or positive, that is not no need. We need the work done alone. Okay, so we can say this is like Fs. Okay, this is like Fs. Okay, so but already you know half into Xm. Then what is Fs? So Fs, you know, minus K X here Xm in this case. So we can write as, that is a work done is, that is minus half K Xm squared. Okay, this is the work done. Okay, this is the work done in the structured condition. Okay, so in the structured condition we calculated the work done by using the graphical diagram is, that is a work done due to structured condition, that is equal to minus half K Xm squared. Okay, listen. So this is the structured condition diagram. In the structured condition diagram, work done by the spring minus of K Xm squared. Okay, so the same thing only we got now. The same equation we got now by using the graphical diagram. Okay, so this one we can say, actually this is work done by stretched spring, work done by stretched spring from spring force versus displacement graph. Now the block is displaced from initial position to the final position. So what about the work done by the spring force? So it is displaced from initial position to the final position. So what about the work done of the spring? So work done of the spring, you know very well, that is generally work is equal to integral of force into dx. So integral of force into dx. So the force, you know, that is minus kx, and the displacement, you know, that is dx, from initial position to then final position. So in this case, for example, initial position here, final position is opposite end. So it will be, the angle is, that is 180 degree will come. So ft cos theta, that is 180 degree. So cos 180 degree, that is, you know, minus sign. So that only we got this equation. So already we derived this model. But the limit only from initial position, that is xi to x final position xf. So therefore Ws is equal to minus k let's take outside. So the remaining integral initial position to the final position x into dx is there. So if you integrate, we can get, that is integral x into dx, that is x squared divided by 2. Then we can apply the limit here, xi, upper limit is xf. So this is the general form, that is minus k into that is upper limit minus the lower limit. So this is the general form of the work done by the spring. So now let's imagine, suppose if the initial position and final position will be the same, that means the block is now the block is at equilibrium position. Okay, now we apply the force, then extended, again we release the force, it will travel in opposite direction, finally it will reach the initial position again. So initial position and the final position, it will be same. Okay, so in this case we can say the work done by the spring is, that is minus k into here, so xf squared divided by 2 minus here also xf squared divided by 2, because both will be the same. So xi or xf, anything we can write. So therefore we can say the work done by the spring, okay, that is we got as, that is 0. So here this point already you know, here work done by the spring in this system is 0, net work done. So this is known as due to conservative force, that is conservative force, because the work done is 0. So this is, we can say that conservative force. Okay, so it's the initial position. So after displacement, finally it will reach the same position. Here initial position and the final position will be same. So in this case the work done is 0. Okay, so initially work done 0, so final also work done will be 0, because here due to the conservative force. So the conservative force, immediately we are going to calculate the potential energy of the spring. Therefore potential energy of the spring. Okay, so because why we can say it is conservative force means, because purely it is depends upon the position. Okay, if it is depends upon the position, it is not the path. Okay, initial and the final position only it will be depend. So it is known as conservative force. Therefore the potential energy of the spring, we can say that is V of x is equal to 0, because the work done and then potential both will be the same. So the conservative, that is work done 0, in the conservative system work done is 0, so the potential also 0. So now let us imagine, let's take any work done. For example, work done by the spring constant, spring force, that is minus kx squared, or otherwise work done by the external force, that is W is equal to half into kx squared. So let us take according from this any equation, let's we take now. So for my convenient, I'll take W is equal to half into kx squared, because due to the conservative force only this work done got 0. Okay, so let's say I'm going to derive the same force value. Okay, so work done already irukku, I'm going to derive the force value. So let's see now. Therefore V of x, that is a potential formula, V of x, because V of x or potential will be the same. So let's we take, that is 1 by 2 kx squared, that is kx squared divided by 2. Okay, therefore I'm going to derive that conservative force, that force only I'm going to calculate. Therefore force we can write as minus dv divided by dx of and the function v function of x. Okay, this model already we derived in the previous sessions. Okay, so let's we write for simplicity f is equal to minus dv divided by dx. Therefore minus d by dx of, what about the v value? V value is, that is k x squared divided by 2. Therefore f is equal to, here minus sign is there, then k is the constant, then divided by 2 also is a constant, so the remaining term d by dx of x squared. So you know very well differentiation formula, differentiation of x power n we can write as n into x power n minus 1. So according to this formula, here we can write as f is equal to minus k by 2, here 2 into x power 2 minus 1, that is 2x, that is 2x, here 2 will be cancelled. So finally I can get, that is f is equal to minus kx. Okay, so we can write, that is f is equal to minus kx. So if you observe this equation, already we derived, we learned, that is, you know very well, that is spring force, that is spring force. So from the same word done only we derive the spring force. Okay, so this is from, because this is what, it's a conservative force. Next we are going to draw one more graph with respect to the position of the block. While it is reached in the positive direction, in the extreme position, what about the total energy possessed? Okay, what about the total energy possessed in the system? While it is reached in the middle position or the mean position or equilibrium position, what about the total energy? Again, while it is reached in the compressed state, what about the total energy? So like that, one by one we are going to discuss, as well as we are going to draw the graph. Let's see now. So we know the diagram. So in the frictionless surface, now this is the block. Okay, this diagram already you know. Let's imagine now this is in equilibrium position, that is x equal to 0. Suppose if we extended, let us imagine one more position. Now the block is, if we extended up to here, so this position you know, that is xm. xm is a maximum displacement in the positive direction. Okay, so that is positive xm for our convenient. Okay, and then if it is moved, if we compressed in the left side, that is xc. Okay, for our convenient, now let us imagine this position is minus xm. So if we pull this object, if we stretch this object, if we stretch the string, okay, the block is moved to xm position. Suppose if we compress the string, this block is moved to minus xm position. Okay, so now here the total energy, actually the total energy is nothing but, that is kinetic energy plus potential energy. Okay, so but we know in this case the total energy is always constant. The total energy is constant, like a conservation law of energy. Total energies must be constant. Maybe potential energy and kinetic energy will be vary according to the position. Okay, but total energy must be constant. So the total energy I can write as, that is E. Okay, now let us imagine. Okay, now let us imagine when the object to reach at xm position. Okay, so now the object to reach at xm position, so at xm, so at xm position. Okay, so now in this case we can say the object is rest, it is extended, then after that it will not extend. So here the object is rest, so velocity is 0, so kinetic energy is 0. But here the potential energy is there because in rest position. So the potential energy of the system, so that energy value only we can take. So that is, that is half k x squared. So the total energy, we can write this magnitude alone. Okay, no need to write that minus plus sign. So we can write that is a half k x squared. So this is the total energy where at the maximum position. So we can say clearly, while reaching in the maximum position in the positive x-axis direction, here purely potential energy only, there is no kinetic energy. So in this case we can say pure potential energy, kinetic energy 0. There is no kinetic energy, only potential energy, because potential energy only I got. Clear? Again, next, let us imagine now this object is displaced from here to here, in between gap, in between maximum position to 0 or here or any place. So let us say take this place. Now the object is here. Okay, so this is we called as, that is a arbitrary value. Here or here, the total energy must be constant. There is no change in the total energy. Okay, so let us imagine now the object is here, that position I will taken as x. Okay, in this middle, now the position is x. So surely here the object, this block is not rest, here having some kinetic energy. So let us imagine that kinetic energy I can write as half m. V already I used for what is that, potential. So I can write the small v. Okay, v already I used, so I can write small v, so small v squared. So here the kinetic energy of the block is, that is half m small v squared. Okay, so now so at x, so at x is nothing but arbitrary, we can take any place. Arbitrary means here or here, any place you can take, that is the meaning. So here at x, okay, so in that at x we can write that is a total energy, again we can write that is a kinetic energy plus potential energy. Therefore total energies must be constant. Okay, so therefore total energy we can write. What about the kinetic energy? Here kinetic energy plus potential energy. What about the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy of the particle is, that is half m small v squared plus potential energy. Potential energy what? That is half k x squared. Here xm I used. Okay, here we can write, here xm I used already, but in this position potential energy is just x squared. Okay, so here also I got E value, here also E value, A value. So here also the same E value, here also the same E value. Okay, here and here the same energy value. Why? Because the energy is conserved, total energy is constant. So we can write as, let us imagine, so this both equation will be the same. Okay, so for our convenient I can write as, this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. So the both equations will be the same, this energy equation will be the same. So therefore equation 1 equal to that equation number 2. So I can write as, now that is half k xm squared, this equation equal to half m small v squared plus half k x squared. Okay, so now let's imagine, now the block is released from here. So it is going to reach at C, at equilibrium position. So while reaching the equilibrium position, x value is equal to 0. So in this case I can take at equilibrium position, or while we crossing the equilibrium position, the x value is equal to 0. So this equation becomes, we can write as, that is half k xm squared is equal to, so this term will be 0, so the remaining is, that is half m v squared, small v squared. So now we are going to calculate the velocity of this block now. Okay, so very simple. So here that half value will be cancelled. Okay, so we can say there is one more idea. So I want to write, if x equal to 0 means that object is where? Object is purely at the center, at the equilibrium position. So I want to say one more points here. So this equation I can write one more time. That is half k xm squared is equal to half m small v squared. So if x equal to 0 means, what is the meaning? If x equal to 0 means that object is at the equilibrium position. So here object is at the equilibrium position. So at the equilibrium position only this equation. So at equilibrium position we can get only the kinetic energy. So at equilibrium position, okay, here purely kinetic energy only available, not potential energy. So potential energy is 0, but kinetic energy is maximum. But in the extreme condition, potential energy is maximum and then kinetic energy is 0. Okay, let's keep in mind these 2 points only, which is going to use for to draw the graph. Okay, now let's come here again, because we are going to calculate the velocity of the block while crossing the equilibrium position. So we can write as, that is a small v square is equal to k divided by m, then xm squared. Therefore velocity is equal to whole root of k pi m into xm. So this is the formula for the velocity of the block. This xm may be here or here. In any position we can find the velocity of the block. Okay, right. So let's see now whether this is velocity or not. Once we want to confirm by using the dimensional formula. So let's I can write this dimension formula. Let's say write this dimension formula. You know k value, k value already that is for dimension formula purpose, k is equal to k into x. So we can write k is equal to f by x. So m value mlt minus 2 divided by l. So l value will be cancelled. So we can write mt minus 2. So this is for k. Okay, now I need k by m. K value is mt minus 2 divided by m value, that is a mass, so m. So m again cancel. Here we can write t minus 2. So I need root of k by m. So I can take root. So we can write t power minus 2. The root we can write 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 into 2 will be cancel. So we can write t power minus 1. I got. Okay. So root of k by m, that is equal to t power minus 1. So then next into xm. So into xm means, so root of k by m, that is equal to t power minus 1. So we can multiply with xm. So xm is nothing but meter. So that is a length. So lt minus 1. So finally I got lt minus 1. So lt minus 1 is nothing but what? Velocity. So velocity. So this is this equation we proved. Okay, by using the dimension formula. This is the velocity. Okay. So okay students, so now you know the idea. At the extreme position, in the extreme position, purely potential energy, kinetic energy is 0. Like that this side also. But in the center, at the equilibrium position, purely kinetic energy, the potential energy is 0. So by using this concept, by using this idea, I am going to draw one graph now. Let's see now. Let's see the graph now. The graph is in between. Here the displacement from this origin. So this origin. So in the y-axis the energy changes value. So here I represent the energy. Then in the x-axis, this is the x-axis. X-axis is the displacement. So now let us imagine in the maximum displacement, while it is reached the maximum so let us imagine this is the maximum displacement. This is positive side, and then this compression side, it is the minus extreme. Okay, so this is maximum extreme, that is xm positive. Here negative side, that is minus xm. Okay, so let us imagine there is one more way. Here it is the total energy, because you know the total energy will be the constant. So total energy is nothing but, that is a E. E is nothing but kinetic energy plus potential energy. So potential energy, this is kinetic energy. So kinetic energy, potential energy, that addition value, you know, the total energy. So total energy is constant. Okay, or simply we can write as E is equal to kinetic energy plus V. V is nothing but potential energy. Okay, so both will be the same meaning. Okay, so now you know, while we reaching the extreme, okay, the right side extreme or left side extreme, so you know potential energy is, okay, potential energy is maximum and kinetic energy is 0. Okay, so now let's be I'm going to mention both energy now. So in the red color I can use for red color generally, in the graph the red color I can use for kinetic energy, and then the blue color, okay, the blue color I can use for potential energy. Okay, so now in the extreme position, which is maximum, potential energy is maximum. So potential energy maximum, so this here the potential energy, blue color, it's a maximum point. Okay, potential energy is maximum. Okay, like that, in the left side extreme position also potential energy maximum. So I can draw the graph like this. See that it's a potential energy is maximum. Okay, this side also potential energy is maximum. What about in center? Potential energy is 0. Okay, at the equilibrium position, here 0. At the equilibrium positions, the potential energy is 0. Okay, now kinetic energy. At the extreme position, kinetic energy is 0. Kinetic energy is 0. Left side extreme position also kinetic energy is 0. But at center, kinetic energy is maximum. Okay, so let's draw the graph like this. Okay, so now we can say in the positive extreme side, okay, positive extreme side, potential energy is maximum, and then kinetic energy is 0 or minimum. Okay, but in the opposite side, opposite extreme point, here also potential energy is maximum. Okay, the red color is kinetic, this blue color is potential. Okay, so potential energy is maximum and kinetic energy is minimum or 0. But at the center, potential energy is 0, and then kinetic energy, red color, see that maximum, red color is maximum. Okay, here minimum or 0. Okay, so here also minimum or 0, minimum or 0. Okay, okay students, I hope you understood the potential energy of spring constant, spring. So in this video we learn about potential energy of the spring. First, force constant or spring constant. After that, while the stretching time, what about the work done by the spring, as well as what about the work done by the external force. Next, while compressing time, what about the external force by the, what about the work done by the spring, and then external force. Okay, and the next idea, we draw according to that three concept: equilibrium position, a stretched condition, and then compressed condition. By using these three idea, we draw one graph as well as with the graphical diagram. okay, by using the triangle, okay, by using the area of the triangle concept. Then after that that block of mass moving from some initial position to the final position, what about the work done by the spring? Suppose if the initial position and the final position will be the same, means what about the work done by the spring? So from that idea we learn here that force is conservative force, like that we proved once again. Then finally we discussed about that energy conservation. Okay, the total energy is conserved, but what about the potential energy and kinetic energy? Okay, with this nature, side by side we compare with the that is a movement of the block along with that energy. Okay students, I hope you understood this topic. Okay, length and width derivation. Thank you.